By 1910, Mexico had enjoyed 30 years of stable government and economic growth under General Porfirio Diaz. However, he paid little attention to the Constitution and packed the legislature and courts with friends and silenced the press. He was even known to suppress enemies through intimidation, imprisonment, and murder. His economic policies and the political stability he achieved did encourage development. However, most of the wealth gained went outside of the country or into the hands of a few upper-class Mexicans. Tensions grew within Mexico's developing middle class. Most urban and rural workers remained landless, powerless, and poor. As criticism of Diaz increased, so did the crackdown on his critics. In 1910, the wealthy landowner Francisco Madero ran against Diaz for president. However, when Diaz rigged the election, Madero used his wealth to raise and arm a band of angry Mexicans. One of these bands was led by a bandit named Pancho Villa. In the south, Madero was aided by the Indian leader Emiliano Zapata, who raised an army of 5,000 men. By May 1911, Madero's peasant forces had defeated the Mexico army. Diaz fled to Europe and Madero became president.
Oh my God!
Madero's presidency was unstable and brief. He made democratic reforms, but lost Zapata's support when he refused to return urban lands that wealthy landowners had seized from the Indians. Madero also lost favor when he placed a tax on Mexico's oil production, much of which was under U.S. and British control. Hoping to protect American investments, U.S. President William Howard Taft supported Victoriano Huerta, a Mexican general. U.S. President Woodrow Wilson, who succeeded Taft in 1913, sent arms to the pro-Carranza rebels. He also sent U.S. forces to seize Mexico's main port city of Veracruz to help Huerta's defeat. Huerta fled, and in August 1914, Carranza declared himself president. Carranza then set out to create a new constitution for Mexico. It followed many of the reforms the revolutionary supporters had fought for. However, Carranza failed to carry out most of the reforms called for in the Constitution. As a result, he was captured and executed. Several months later, a war hero became president in Mexico's first fair and peaceful election.